I'm having a seriously hard time to get this camera to... That was quite easy actually. Okay. So hi, my name is Grace and today I'm doing a little bit of a different video to usual. I didn't have a clue what to actually talk about and I really need to repot my plant. So I was like, hey, why not replot your plant and film it and just talk about whatever comes to your head while you do it. What a good video. So this is my plant. Plant. And he was $11.45. I have owned him for a while now, but I haven't taken him out of the shitty pot that he came in. I haven't even taken the sticker off the pot. And I was like, okay, it's about time that I put him into a bigger pot. Now I have absolutely none of the things that I need to actually repot a plant. I don't have any extra soil. I don't have any way to get Ralph out of this, into this. Oh shit. I'm just kind of gonna make it up as I go along and hope for the best. Anyway, because where I live, I'll be okay with the plant. And I named it Ralph, as I've said already. He's a real goer. He is very green, but still has not flowered, which is making me sad. I just want a flower really, really bad. Maybe if I move him into a bigger pot. I don't think that's how it works, but whatever. I can hope. But I can't get a camera angle where you can actually see what I'm doing. So if you came here just to watch me repot the plant, I'm really sorry, but you're gonna miss out on that. I know it's disappointing, but sorry. Don't think I'm gonna be able to actually like scoop the dirt out without destroying Ralph. I have no past gardening experience, so any plant lovers out there, just dislike this video if I'm doing the wrong thing. I won't be insulted, because I probably am. But I think I'm just gonna like cut the container with these shitty ass Kmart scissors that I got and just cut it and then just see what happens, maybe. But like on the topic of weird pets that I've owned, I've been thinking about this pet that I used to own because I don't know, I remembered him the other day and I told my boyfriend about him and then I told one of my friends about him, the story of his life, and they were like, oh damn. So I was like, maybe I could talk about him in this video. Just one of my other weird pets that I've owned. Possibly weirder than a plant. Okay, I'm gonna cut it. Oh, man, I suck at this. So when I was a wee child of maybe 8, I'm not quite sure, I was at my grandma's and I found a praying mantis and I picked it up and it just kind of sat on my hand and I was like, oh cool, I'm taking you home with me. So I put him into this plastic nativity set that my grandma owned and I named him Moses because he was praying, and I mean it's pretty self-explanatory. It's really not, whatever, I was 8. But I took home Moses the praying mantis to my house and we lived in a double-story house that had a balcony inside the house. So I put Moses onto this plant that was, from what I remember, was kind of planted on the balcony and kind of grew down the wall onto the kitchen bench. But now when I think about it more, I remember there being a pot on the kitchen bench, so maybe it actually grew up the wall. Either way, there was a wall with a plant on it. So anyways, I put Moses on the plant and I don't know, I think he liked it. He seemed to. Maybe I just read his emotions very wrong, but he liked the plant. I put a little cap full of water. I don't know if he ever drank it, but I still like to think that I did the right thing by giving him that water. Anyways, we had and Moses was oddly friendly. He kind of ended up liking human attention, contact, I suppose. So at night time we would sleep upstairs and he would go up the vine and be at the top of the house. And at night time, at daytime, we were usually downstairs. Like in the morning we'd come down for breakfast and he would come down the vine and be down the bottom with us. I would pick him up a lot, like on my hand, and he'd walk on my hand and I put him on my shoulder. And eventually he started doing that himself. So I would be sitting at the kitchen bench and he would walk from the plant across the bench, sit and climb onto my hand and maybe walk up my arm and sit on my shoulder and just do things like that. It was weird. And so Moses was a very friendly praying mantis. He was actually a pretty cool little pet to have. I mean, you didn't have to clean up after him. You could go have a chat to him whenever you wanted. He kept me company. I was an only child, okay. Don't hate. How do I get this out? Okay, there's a lot of dirt on the table. Anyways, so Moses was very friendly. And he ended up, yeah, so he really... Okay. What? That looks so cool. I love nature. Okay, well that was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. Anyways, back to Moses. So, Moses was very friendly, and this one time I had a relative come over. She was a bit younger than me, and she was not a fan of bugs at all. And so I tried to introduce her to Moses, and she was like, no, I don't want to touch him, no. So I put him back on the plant. And it was a bit later on in the day, and we were sitting at the kitchen bench, and I remember she had her hands out on the table, and my mum was across from her, and she was like, oh, look out for Moses, because he wants attention, was walking across the bench towards her hand to go sit on it. And she looks down and she sees it and she freaks out, and she brings her arm up and she whacks Moses and breaks his back. He didn't die straight away. His back literally broke in half. I was pretty upset. Mum took him outside and put him in the garden outside and told me that it was so he could get better, but a few years later I realized that meant so he could die peacefully, possibly by getting eaten by a bird. But yes, that's the story of Moses, my weird pet, and his brutal murder. This is my other beautiful. I think I need to get a oil for him though. So, I might go for a walk and just find some dirt to steal. I have no idea if that's how you're supposed to do this. Like, can I just use random dirt I find on the ground and put it in the pot? I don't know. Guess we're about to find out. So I'm currently walking around outside at college. I've got Ralph here. Don't really know what to look for. Dirt, I suppose. Can Ralph only have a special type of dirt? I don't know. I'm not a plant expert. But I found some birds. Let's chase them. Excuse me, where do I find some dirt? Can you please help me? I'm starting to think that I might just go and buy some soil, like, instead of trying to steal soil from the ground. Wait, I found a garden. Well, if anything, I did find a coffee mug in a bush. This is a pretty dodgy garden, but I might be able to steal something from it. Well, that doesn't look right, but okay, cool, easy. So this video is pretty horrendous, so I'm just gonna go back to my room and contemplate deleting it and not putting it on YouTube, or perhaps still putting it on YouTube. I don't know. I'm good at making bad decisions. Okay, anyways, I'm back. Ralph has a nice pot and some random red soil that I found from the garden. Not sure why it's red, but hopefully it won't kill him.
Oh my God! What happened to your piece, Lily?
This is just the best thing I can come up with this week. I am so busy. I have a play next week, but I must be committed to uploading every week, so I made this disaster. But at least... Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, check out my other videos, like this video or dislike it if I did a bad job, and if Ralph's potentially going to die after what I just did to him, let me know early please, that would be nice. Okay, I'm gonna go do some real work now. Bye.